Good evening. Let me introduce myself to you. I'm Ajitha Haridas, currently working as a language trainer with Shobha IK. I have done my UG, that is bachelor's degree in IT. Then I have started my career as a language trainer with an institution named Beehive Communication Club, where we commonly go to schools and we enhance and improve the communication skills of the students. We cover almost all the aspects of the language. If the students need the grammatical classes, we'll deal with the grammar classes. And if the students need the communicative classes, we deal with the communication classes. I have 2 years and 8 months of working experience as a language trainer. Uh, I have also trained the students for the Cambridge English examination, IELTS examination, etc. I also have completed two international certification with Toastmasters International. That is one for communication, another is for leadership quality. Now, my topic is effective communication. Say, for example, if it rains, what does all the birds do? They simply go to their nest to get shelter from the rain. But one bird spread out its beautiful feathers and started dancing in the rain. Which is the bird? Of course, everyone knows it's peacock. But one bird flies over the cloud to escape the rain. Which is the bird? Is of course it is eagle. Here the rain is compared to the language English, my dear children. Everyone sees English as a rain. Some of us are like the normal birds who get shelter from the nest, and some of us we totally avoid that and we fly over the cloud. But only one bird spread out its beautiful feathers and started dancing in the rain. That's peacock. I wish all my students should be like peacock who enjoys dancing in the rain. Effective communication. Have you all heard of Brooklyn Bridge? It's a bridge connecting two places and it is in New York. Actually, there is a history behind this. A man who is an architecture who wanted to construct a bridge. Actually, it is a suspension bridge. After hearing this, the government really did not approve it because of the safety purpose. The government is afraid of the safety of the people. After hearing it, the government really did not have the guts to continue the project. So what they did was they continuously denying. Every day morning, this man goes to the government and he asks for the opportunity. And every day morning, the government denies his opportunity. One fine morning, after consulting with all the experts, the government decided to take off this project. The person called this man and conveyed that the project has been approved. After hearing this, because of overjoy, he overwhelmed with joy and he was attacked by paralysis. Paralysis, it was a severe paralysis. He can only move his finger. Move in the sense he can only tap his finger. After knowing his crucial condition, the government really afraid a lot to continue this project. They almost decided to quit and they decided to hand it over the project to some other architect. But the man who is determined enough is not ready to give up this. His wife contacted the respective person and the wife conveyed that she can continue the project. How? With the help of his husband. The husband is able to only tap his finger. How else can he help his wife? He simply tapped his finger. The communication of our loved ones is easily understandable. The wife understands the language of her husband very easily. When he taps his one finger, the wife understands what to do. When he taps his two fingers, the wife really understands what to do next. With the help of this communication, the wife conveyed everything to the engineers and the bridge was successfully constructed. Before creating the world's best architecture, this man was successful in creating the world's best communication. That effective communication, my dear friends, actually the failure if you fail to understand the communication, the mistake is not in the receiver's part. When a communication fails, the sender fails. It is not the receiver's fault. So we should be very careful when we talk and when we communicate. Comes to the communication, there are three types of communication. Verbal communication, that is when we write something, that is called verbal communication. If I write sit on the board, what do you all understand? You understand it is sit. When I write stand on the board, what do you understand? You simply understand stand. So when I convey something literally through writing, it is called verbal communication, which means when I say something with the help of writing, also when I talk, it is verbal communication. When I raise my voice and said, children, sit down, what do? you will sit, and when I write the same thing on the board, you understand it even better. Verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Gestures. What do you mean by gestures? The body language. When I raise my hand, what did you understand? You understand that I simply raise my board. When I point my hand towards a student in the class, the student will look at me. Why? Did I ask him to look at me? No, but he simply looks at me. Why? That's the power of nonverbal communication. When I simply ask him to stand up with raising my hand, what did he do? He simply stands. Why? Did I talk to him? No, really. But he stands in his place. That is nonverbal communication. And the most important thing is paraverbal communication. Paraverbal communication deals with grammar, the very difficult part of the communication. This plays a major role in the written communication, which means when you write something, you should be very careful. I came yesterday. I come yesterday. Two sentences. Both are entirely different, but which one is right? I came yesterday. I have seen him. I saw him in the park. Both I have seen him is present continuous tense, but it gives us the effect of past. I saw him in the park. It is a past tense. Both gives us the same sense, but the place where we use is entirely different. I saw him in the park, which is not time concerned, which means I saw him yesterday and I saw him in the park. This is the thing. I have seen him in the park, which is a time oriented thing. You should be very careful when you use this. These are three different types of communication, children, and in our classes we are going to learn the communication in detail. I'll give you a scenario. When a cat chases a rat for its food, it is not always the rat is being chased by the cat. When the cat chases rat for 5 times, 4 times the rat may escape, but only one time is the possibility of the cat to get a rat as its food. Why? The reason is it the cat is not capable or efficient enough, or the rat is wiser than a cat? Nothing. The purpose stands first. Here, the cat is running for, after all, its food, but the rat is running for its life. The purpose. When you understand the purpose before do anything, you can do it very successfully, children. Log into the class and get to know more about the types of communication and other skills. Thank you.